All right. Good morning, everyone. Super Bowl Sunday. Gonna be a fun day. All right. But first, we got a load to deliver. I just can't believe it's gonna Super Bowl Sunday, and here it is, going to be almost 60 degrees here today. Are you kidding me? I may actually get my motorcycle out. So, our first run is going to, I don't know how to pronounce that. I do not know how to pronounce that. Coca-Cola, Coca-Cola. Let's just take you up here so you can see it. Right there. Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola. Oh. Anyway, we are in, well, right outside of Stockholm, actually. We're technically at Stockholm, but, and I'll give it a couple minutes before we head out. Actually, I'm going to start the truck. Hopefully I got everything set up right. I got the VR muted, I do believe. Oops, sorry about that. Yes, I have the VR mic and headset muted. We are not in VR today. And oh, by the way, today we are pulling. That's loud. We are pulling a boat. Man, that's loud out there on my headset. Wow. Did not expect it to be that loud. Alright, let's go ahead and pull out. I have to be careful because I forgot I have the winter mod physics in. I drove here. I had a little trouble. Not to mention, the server is lagging a little bit. For me, anyway.
Turn left.
Yes, 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 we will.
Turn left.
The hope is does not turn into a major disaster. And just want to let everybody know, starting Wednesday, the first Wednesday of the month, so we're starting it all fresh. Silent Night moves to Wednesday nights at,
Get ready to turn right.
yes ma'am, 7 p.m. CST.
Turn
So
right.
be ready. Man, see that lag? I don't, yeah. I'm on I could have went to the American server, but wouldn't have seen nobody. Alright, get out here by the big road, and I got my coffee. I am set, good to go. It's Super Bowl Sunday. I am pumped for the game today. I have been a Chiefs fan since they picked up Joe Montana. And it's funny, I've been a Chiefs fan all this time, and all of a sudden there's Chiefs fans crawling out of the woodworks. Oh, I've been a fan, I'm a fan, I'm a fan. You're a fan because they're in the Super Bowl. Now, I mean, I live in Bears territory. My wife is a Bears fan, so you know how well that goes over. But hey, she roots for my team until they play each other. And I pull for her team when they need to be. And somebody passing on the left.
Keep right and then exit right.
Keep right and then exit right.
Exit right.
That's the good thing about playing multiplayer. You get to see other live drivers. But anyway, this month's Silent Night on Wednesday nights, I am highlighting 4 trucks that I use in single player the most. So, and they are heavily modded. They're mod trucks with mods added to them, and I I'm not normally one to have the flashy show trucks, and I like the business end of the trucking industry as far as the work trucks, not the show trucks. But I couldn't help it. I don't. I like a nice truck. I just don't. I just wish we was able to have, as we say here in the states, more chicken lights on our trucks and trailers and multiplayer. I mean, it would be. I mean, the trucks. Yeah, you can use mods to add lights, but you'll see on a Wednesday night. I think I have not decided what will be the first truck to highlight. Oh, you know what we forgot to do? There we go. There, turned on our. Yep, it's on. But I'm not having not decided which truck I'm going to highlight first. I have 2 for ETS and 2 for ATS. I mean, one of the ATS trucks is a given as far as me highlighting it. I've had it in several of my videos before we revamped and wiped all of our videos out. Which, yeah, there might be some changes coming to the channel. I don't want to say too much. There could be some changes coming to the channel
At the
soon.
roundabout, take the first exit.
Aha, I remembered. I have the physics in.
Exit now.
And I cannot believe this. Super Bowl Sunday. I get to do a live stream on Sunday morning, get out and get some of the yard work that needs to be done as far as getting stuff done a little early. I know it's not spring yet, but we have an area in the back of our property that I need to get under control before spring takes an effect. Because once spring kicks in, all the weeds and bushes and stuff start growing. That area is hard to deal with back here, so I get an early jump on it. A couple hours back here today. Then I'm gonna pull my bike out and take a ride. So hopefully the day will end well with a Chiefs victory. If not, hey, I just want to see a hard fought game.
Get ready to
Super
turn
Bowls
left.
that where one team blows the other one out is not that fun to me. I like the nail biters that keep you on the edge of your seat.
Turn
Oh, is my
left
team gonna win? Is
and
my
then
team gonna
continue
lose?
straight on. Go straight on.
Although I want the Chiefs to win. I do. The San Fran's a good team, guys. It's not going to be a cakewalk. San Fran has been solid all year long. Chiefs, their defense picked up the last 8 or 9 games and have been solid, making them a more balanced team. So we'll have to see. It's going to be interesting. But then I don't know what I'm looking forward to the most: getting my bike out or watching the Super Bowl. Oh, that's a shame, but I can't help it. I actually had to park the bike early last fall, so there we go. Set that. All right. Oh yeah, where do we want to go? I forgot. We need to. No, we don't want to go there. I think it's gonna be that one. Yeah, it's gonna be that one. We're going up into here. Oh, this is gonna be loud. Cover your ears.
Wait, I'll find a new route.
Oh, I'll take a drink of my coffee. Let me kill the mic so y'all ain't gotta listen to me drink. That one. All right, there we go. And we are back. Oh, and lights. Might as well turn the wipers on because it's gonna be snowing when we pull out. Hopefully my puppy is being quiet back there. Oh, my daughter's puppy. We got it for
Get
her for
ready.
Christmas.
Turn right.
She got it on Christmas Eve.
Turn right.
And she is quite the handful. Little lab and blue tick healer mix. And both those breeds separate are really good. But put them together might be an interesting dog. And guys, I am really seriously considering doing this. See, I had a plan. Um, I have an idea of
Get
setting
ready.
back
Turn
X
right.
amount of my taxes for upgrades and stuff for my computer or my motorcycle,
Turn
and
right.
I now have an idea of maybe get this thing around the corner here. Doing some of my own uh, camping, fishing, motorcycle riding, and all that stuff. I try to do a lot of that in the summer. Have not got to do much of it the last couple years, but I want to this year. I got a brand new tent sitting in the other room. Bought that thing I think 3 or 4 years ago, and have not used it. It's still brand new in the package, and a lot of that has to do with the fact that it's a huge tent, big 3-room tent. It's huge for me. Okay, I know
Go
that's
straight on.
not huge for some. Oh, there we go. Be nice if I actually dropped the right gear. Oh, get to the light, get to the light. As you can tell, I'm in no
Keep
big hurry
right.
today.
And then turn right.
I know as soon as possible I'm gonna be.
Turn right.
The wife was like, "Oh, don't worry about clearing that brush already this year. Let's go for a ride." But it's gonna be a little bit. It's like 47 out there now. I can ride like that, but she doesn't understand the complexities of riding in the cold. I do have a windshield. Well, it's not really a windshield. It's a batwing fairing, so that will block some of the cold. But last year, I spent a bunch of money on that bike. I bought a Mustang seat. I bought the batwing. I bought I think it was last year was the front tire, and then had new rear brakes put on it because we rode the bike to Branson, Missouri last year, which was a pleasant trip. I don't mind all the hills, but that bike loaded down with me and her on it, it just, yeah. I'd never rode that bike on hills like that before. It did pretty good though. But this year I was supposed to upgrade it some more. I was going to put a one-piece fender and hard bags on the back and lower the shocks, but I realized before I can do that, I have to change the exhaust on it. I have to put some custom exhaust that shortens it and turns it outward away from where those hard saddlebags are going to be. I don't want to get them hot. So I got to get some work done on the bike to complete my little project. But we'll see. I mean, if I do, I'm at a point now where I got to decide, do I want to put the one piece fender and hard bags on there and lower it and make it I don't say call those type of bikes, but I've seen a couple of them. I want mine to be lowered and the hard bags on it, but I don't want it to look like a custom show bike. I never understood. I mean, I've had some nice cars. I had a nice '78 Monty. I mean, I've had some nice cars that some people would have considered making into show cars, but I've always been the type of person. If I got a show
Go
vehicle,
straight on.
then I I'm not gonna want to drive it. I like having a nice looking car that I can drive. So, or a bike, or a truck. And I've had a lot of vehicles. Sorry, I'm checking a text here real quick. All right. Got a buddy that's talking about riding his bike down here later this afternoon. He's got it. He's got it nice. He's got a fully dressed Harley, hard bags, stereo on his yeah, a whole 9 yards.
Keep right.
Which I'll admit I had thought about just abandoning all things this year. I seen a couple Harleys that were up for sale. One of them for 5,500. That oh man, I that's a nice bike, but I got to realize
Go straight on.
I've got a little over 4 grand in buying price on my bike, and then turn around and all the stuff I put in it last year, I'm not going to get that out of it. So I'll just be happy with the bike I got.
Keep right.
There's that lag stuff again. Pops up every now and then on this server. It wasn't like that a couple days ago. That's the only thing I wish SCS would do. Put in a moon. Huh. Bush sticking through the road. I know a lot of people are saying, well, I want seasons, and uh, it would seem unrealistic if we had seasons because of how fast it goes day to night, and it just, the more they go along those routes, it might make it seem unrealistic. Yeah, I hope y'all didn't hear that. I had a big old yawn. I'm still in the process of waking up. It's been a long weekend, and it's not done yet. I am so ready for the game tonight. I always watch the Super Bowl even if my team doesn't make it, which actually
Keep
my team
right
hasn't been there in
and
50
then
years, and
continue
they
straight
finally
on.
get there this game. But yeah, I hope Chiefs win.
Go
But
straight on.
whenever I watch the Super Bowl, all I want is a close game. I don't like the blowouts. It's nice to see that. There's a couple teams there this year that haven't been there in a while. It gets old seeing the same old teams over and over every year. So that's one upside to this year's Super Bowl. The two teams that are there have not been there in a while, and they're both deserving teams. And like I keep telling my wife, she's like, "Oh, your Chiefs made it. Your Chiefs made it. They're gonna win." I'm like, any given Sunday. Okay, that's all it takes. Any given Sunday. Any team can play bad on a Sunday. Actually, any team can play bad on a game. The saying is any given Sunday. You can win or lose at any time. I'm getting better at reading text while I'm driving. At least I don't do this in real life. Of course, in real life, a lot of y'all don't know this, but I rarely drive a four-wheel vehicle. In the winter, because of my health conditions, my lungs and stuff, I don't get out much. So most of my driving is done in spring, summer, and fall. And for me, that's motorcycle. So I spend my time riding two wheels, so can't text when you're riding, which is a good thing. It's also a bad thing because people do text while I'm riding, and I don't know how many times last year I almost got drilled because some idiot was paying attention to their phone and not the road. There's something for y'all to think about. Okay, think about this very carefully. When you're out, if it don't even have to be nice weather. I know guys that ride year round, and I know there's people out there going, well, they shouldn't be riding unsafe vehicles. Well, you know what? They have a right. The law says they have a right to be out there. You have to share the road with them. And most of the guys that I know that I ride with, we're not out there to show off or do anything stupid or speed. Uh-oh, hold on. All right, sorry about that. But most of the guys I know are not out there to do that. Crazy stuff. I never understood the kick of these people on the crotch rockets that want to run, zipping in and out of traffic, doing 100 plus miles an hour. That's just plain out like, yeah, not just crazy, but it's stupid. All it takes at that speed is one momentary mistake, one lapse of paying attention. Now you're like, oh, I'm watching what's going on. Yeah, what about the possum that runs out at the last second? Or the car that pulls out because you didn't see your headlight? Think about that. If you're in a four-wheel car, look twice. Think motorcycle. Now, I wish people would hang a post-it down from their windshield or on their dash that just says very simple, think motorcycle. My bike is loud. I've got some extra lights on it, but it's not enough. It's unfortunate, but it's not enough. Hold on. All right. I'm just getting over a bug, and I keep having coughing fits every now and then. And I don't think y'all want to hear that. Been driving the whole time, not even in road gear yet. That's because I'm not in that big of a hurry. We're already down to 90 miles. So we may do another short run yet after this one. And I hate to say this, okay, I'm new to this streaming and setting and chatting and setting a designated schedule. Used to, I would stream only when some of the guys were online. We would be talking back and forth. But this, doing this by myself and just yabbering, oh man, it is hard to do. I feel like I'm just, yeah, talking to the a brick wall and just rambling on. But I'm working on fixing that. So hopefully, got my fingers crossed. I am trying to talk my wife into being involved a little bit as far as when I stream, like my Silent Night videos on Wednesdays. I want her to, be on the microphones. That way, Silent Night, I don't have to talk, but she can, and she can answer questions about where I'm going, what the load's doing, give information, and tell me what people are saying, and
Go
then
straight on.
she can answer for me. But I have to work on that. She has at one of them voices when she gets on a microphone, it gets real soft and real, yeah. She's been on the mic a couple times on the internet, and the people that heard her were like, "Whoa!" And to be honest, that's what got my attention with her. We used to talk on the CB, and she just has one of those voices that just, oh man, especially on the radio. Now, when you don't take that mic away from her and she goes normal, which is not a bad thing. She's got a good voice. But hopefully, I can get her talked into that. I actually thought about,
Go straight on.
I've mentioned it to her that I'd buy another computer, set it up here to my right,
Go straight on.
and she could join me in games. The problem is she doesn't play games that I play. She's not real big on I mean, she's done my trucking games once or twice. Thinks it's cool, but I don't think it's something that she wants to do.
Turn right.
I got her to try Elite Dangerous, and it just,
Get ready.
she
For the
struggled
run.
with the idea of, she's done my flying games, like airplanes, not too bad. For somebody that knows
Turn
absolutely
right.
zero about flight, but put her in a spaceship that has thrust left and right, up and down, forwards and backwards, and all these different axes that's going on, plus it'll roll, and I put her through the training thing, and boy, she had all kinds of trouble. I thought it'd be cool to have her as a female commander in Elite Dangerous, but that ain't gonna work, I don't think. Hey, we're down to 50 miles, well, 52. I've not slid off the road yet. We're doing good. I'm not sure about that. I have no way of checking it myself. I Both monitors are used up right now, so I can't check that. I'm sorry. All right. I'm not sure. I'll have to check that later. Got somebody reporting that they typed in a chat in YouTube and then they went to Twitch and it didn't come through. So Yeah, I don't know. It should be working. I've got Restream up. I've got my Discord open to where the Restream bot goes to that. So that way if it doesn't come up into one, it'll come up into the other.
Go straight on.
I just heard a motorcycle go by. Man, I gotta get out there after this stream and make sure the battery's holding a good charge. Make sure the gas should be fresh. I put the stuff in there to let her set for the winter. A couple more things on that bike and I won't have to leave it parked for the winter until snow hits the ground. I will not ride in snow. I won't do it. It's not that I'm a bad rider, it's just that it's too easy now to drop it.
Go straight on.
Down to 18 miles. And of course, there is still an outside chance that I'll do upgrades. Nothing is set yet. I do this every year. At about tax time, I always set aside a little bit of the tax money for upgrades. You know, upgrades or buy something for the family. This year, I know I've got to replace the TV because my TV's out. I've got a small TV in here not small, but a smaller TV in here right now. So I got to replace TV. That won't be. I'm not buying now a freaking $2,000 TV. I won't do that. I'll probably end up buying, uh, for what I do on watching TV. I don't need a
At the
big fancy
roundabout,
TV.
take the
Uh-oh,
first exit.
there we go.
Exit now.
I'll save my fancy stuff for the computer. I say that, and here I am using a G27 that is, oh man, 5, 6 years old.
Go straight on. Get ready.
I've seen the new wheels. The new G29 or G920, whatever it is. I just don't like the idea that, I don't like the way the wheel looks.
Get ready to turn right.
I actually have two G27s. That's why I was trying to get the wife into trucking, because I have an extra wheel.
Get ready to turn left.
We got some people up
Turn
here.
left.
Oh, they may have left. Can't see their blue dot no more. Nope, somebody's sitting there.
Get ready to turn left. Turn left. You have arrived at your destination. Your route guidance is now finished.
Yeah, let's just make it easy. We'll just take it back here and park it. We don't need to be fancy today. Don't forget, next Sunday, 10 a.m. CST, Central Standard Time. Woo-hoo. It will be ATS in multiplayer. I'm gonna start doing these every week. Oh, stop. Oh man, I forgot about the physics again. Alright. Let's kill some of these lights, get the wipers off. Get this dropped so we can look and see if there's anything reasonable for the next load back. I'm on. Thank you. We are here. Let's take a look. We could take a short load right there.
Drive safe.
It's 9 miles, so not this company. I didn't pay attention to what company I'm picking up from.
Turn right.
You know what? Don't need those strobe lights on right now. It's not really a pet peeve, I guess, but it's just something that kind of like, why would you run a box trailer with flashers?
Turn right.
I'm doing something I don't normally do. I'm honking at every truck I come to. That's something I don't normally do.
Turn left. Get ready to turn left. Turn left.
I think we're safe.
Go straight on.
I was getting ready to say, wow, one day put that in the game, but I forgot I'm on Pro Mods.
At the roundabout, take the second exit. Exit now.
We should be able to get this load in before the wife and kid get home from church.
At the roundabout, take the second
Oh, whoa,
exit.
whoa, whoa, easy.
Exit now.
Keep forgetting. I'm gonna get going crazy here in a minute. And I'm gonna dump it because the physics are
At the roundabout,
different.
take the first exit.
First exit. Maybe this one.
Now. Turn left. Finally, we are here.
Stop. Thank you. There's our load. Go a little farther up into here. Oh, somebody just popped in there. There's our load. Like he's got the trailer right next to us. We'll let him go first. Oh, he got a trailer 2 over from us. Okay, well, I guess he isn't gonna go. Oh, there he goes. I was getting ready to. Alright, we got an oversized pipe. We can turn them back on. See, that makes sense. You use them when you need to use them, or when you're supposed to use them. That's why I wish if we could make our own multiplayer. It'd be kind of cool.
Turn right. At the roundabout, take the third exit. Exit now.
Alright, we've only got 110 miles. We can complete that before the wife and kid get home.
At the roundabout, take the second exit. Exit now.
It's going to be noisy when they get home. We got prep for, we're having some guests over for the Super Bowl. Cannot wait. It's going to be a good game. Please let it be a good game. I don't want to see a blowout. I want my team to win, but I just don't want to see a blowout.
At the roundabout, take the first exit.
The
Exit
first exit.
now.
You mean the second exit, not the first. That was odd.
Go straight on.
All right, get settled back in here. Don't understand all this lag spike is going on. It happens in here sometimes. It's multiplayer, it can happen.
Go straight on.
Oh, and to everyone out there, we don't know how bad it's going to be. It looks pretty bad in China, but now stay safe out there. Remember, if you don't feel good, get to the doctor. If you're running a fever, get to the doctor. You know, don't want to lose any of our friends. That virus that's going around, it's not here too heavy, and if I heard correctly, I don't know if it started this morning or this evening. We're not taking any flights from certain countries because of the virus, and the people the Americans that are there that are coming back are going to be quarantined. Anybody that comes in that's been in a country that has it will be quarantined. To see that going on is kind of scary, especially for somebody like me with I have medical problems with my lungs. So, I mean, at this point in my age and the
Go
health of my
straight on.
lungs, I get a cold and it becomes a problem. Well, I get a not a cold, but a flu, and it becomes a problem. I have to go get shots and could end up in the hospital. So that virus gets any closer, I'll be I'll lock myself in a room with my computer and say, "Stay away," or order me up some MREs and shut myself away from the world. No, I'm not that severe, but as far as being scared, if it's my time, it's my time. But
At the roundabout, take
the
the
good
second
Lord gave us
exit.
the common sense to help ourselves.
Exit now.
The only thing missing from multiplayer mod is AI traffic. And I understand why it hasn't been implemented. It's not that easy, but they've also got to deal with if they put it in, there are people that they call them trolls that would wreck the AI traffic just to cause a traffic jam and be issues. Oh, easy there, truck. So I wish they would allow, pay a yearly fee and you could run your own multiplayer, your own multiplayer server. So you can make your own rules, run the mods you want to run. Could you imagine a truck show if you could throw in like an ATS, say, Viper's Peterbilt, and see, there's a classic out there that's pretty good too, and then there's Aerodesk Volvo. You throw those three mods in, and say you could max out your server count with like 20 trucks. That'd be a pretty good truck show. Basically, if you throw in AI traffic with it, it'd be a blast. But I'm not sure. I mean, I'm sure it could be done, but I'd be happy right now if we could just have a multiplayer where we could run, 5 trucks together with AI traffic. Basically, we could run our own mods, our own sound mods and truck mods and stuff. Because Viper's Peterbilt alone opens the door for so many variations. For me, I don't know. I'd be happy if they would just allow us to use engine mods, sound mods, not the engines, but the sound mods in multiplayer, because that's the one thing I did that for a while in single player. I ran Creech Bomb's sound mod for an ATS, and I ran the stock trucks with a couple custom add-ons like rims and tires and some extra lights, and I
Go
was
straight
content to
on.
do that. Nothing like hitting a Jake brake and listening to it slowly. Especially, I have my button set to where I can back off the strength of my Jake brake. And sometime this month, um, sorry, bump my mic. I will be. I haven't decided what game, but I will be picking up a different
Get ready
game
to turn right.
and then buying an extra copy or two to give away. So that way
Turn right.
we can live stream going through a game from scratch, which I think would be cool. kind of like it to be a VR game, but I don't really know anybody that's got
Keep right, and then exit right.
a VR headset.
Exit right.
Something like I got Arizona Sunshine, but something like the new Saints and Sinners would be kind of cool. But I don't think that's multiplayer.
Turn left.
Did not see him. I shouldn't have turned that quick. Sorry, Timo, or I think that's it. I don't know how you pronounce that, but yeah. Somebody else coming flying out, looks like.
At the roundabout, take the second exit.
Making sure they don't have, they had physics going that fast, they
Exit
might
now.
slid across. All right.
Go straight on.
Stop. Oh, well, the light's going yellow now. Okay. We're only 1 mile from our drop point. True Com, truck and cargo. I always thought that we wasn't allowed to advertise to other trucking companies. There's nobody else here that doesn't have a tag on, but
Get ready.
that might have
Turn
changed.
right.
I don't run multiplayer as much as I used to.
Turn right. Here we are. Safe and sound.
All right, we'll take the easy way out. Let's get rid of this trailer. Thank you. We're about ready to go over another level. Find us a parking space. Guess we'll just go ahead and buy this garage. You know what? We'll go ahead and upgrade it while we're here. That way we can park. I don't know why. I've always liked to do this. Park right back there. Oh, don't need those. Alright, there we go. And that'll do it for today's Trekking live stream. Next week we will be in ATS multiplayer. Not exactly sure where we'll start. Probably up in the northern part of the map somewhere. Maybe Salt Lake City. I'll think about that one. Same time, same channel. Or as they used to say, same bat time, same bat channel, all that good stuff. Until next time, y'all be safe. And it's getting that time of year to already start thinking about this. Like today, it's going to be close to 60 degrees. Watch for motorcycles, folks, please. They want to be able to get home to their loved ones at the end of the day. And for those of you that are riding motorcycles, remember we're not able to be seen at all times, so they're not looking for us. Ride defensively. And for those of you who ride super fast and want to cut through lines and whiz by people, think it's cool to salute other riders by sticking your front wheel up in the air. Don't make us an organ donor because of your stupidity. Okay, I seen it last year. A kid reared up the front wheel to salute an oncoming bike who was on a Sportster, I believe. And when he reared the front wheel up, he lost it and slid the bike out from under him, right over him underneath the Sportster, and the guy on the Sportster broke his back. He never gets to ride again because some idiot thought it was cool to pop wheelies in front of oncoming bikes. Not intelligent. And that person lost their license too. Not to mention they're sitting in jail for, yeah, not sure of all the charges ended up being, but he's doing a couple years locked down. Of course, he already had a record, but anyway. Just the moral is ride safe, guys. And those of you in cars and trucks, watch for the riders. They're watching for you, but it shouldn't be one-sided. Hey, it's starting to get daylight. All right, until next Sunday, guys. We'll catch you later. Take it easy. Don't forget, Wednesday night, starting this Wednesday nights, Silent Night. All 100% game sounds, custom trucks, custom mods, the whole nine yards. It'll be Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m. CST. Same channels. Y'all have yourself a super fine day. Until next time, be safe.